Hey up photo pips, you'll never guess where I am. Well, maybe you will. The mecca of photography. I'm going to treat myself to a macro lens. I want to see what it's like, so I'm going to go in, ask the guys for a bit of advice, see what they think. But yeah, I'm looking at a 1:1 macro lens. Wish me luck. Well, I did it. Purchased a macro lens from Wex in Norwich, and we're going to do a quick unboxing, which you don't normally do. So,
here's my receipt. Here's a photography note that this is mixed.
Empty bottle. Oh, here it is, look. So I went for the Sigma 105 f2.8 EX DG Macro OS. I was looking at the Canon 100L lens 2.8, but for the near £700 price I decided to go with this one, which was a mere £329, which compared to the £680+ or whatever it was, 60 plus, this is like a mega deal. 5-year warranty that they said if I have any trouble with it or I damage it or anything like that, I can take it straight back to Wex and they'll do all the dirty work, send it back. He says 9 times out of 10, he says, other than he's never known any other, then you just get a brand new lens. So we've got small lens hood, and we've got instruction manual strap, and we've got this pouch. Let's hope the lens is inside. Oh, look at that. Very nice. It feels so small in the hand, it's quite light. We've got another lens hood. This is for if you're shooting full frame. Did quite a bit of research before I actually purchased this. So we've got that small APS-C sensor lens hood. We've also got this lens hood. They had an offer on there for little filter to go on the front, but not really interested. There you pop. So what we've got on here, we've got image stabilizers 1 and 2, one for horizontal, one for vertical and off. We've got an autofocus system and a manual focus system, and also focal length for speed, full focal length, which is from front to back. Then we've got one at 0.3122 to 0.45. And basically what that does is the speed of the focus. If you're near something, it's only going to use that part of the focus, which is what it will probably be on most of the time. So yeah, it feels, like I say, quite light in the hand. It's plastic, but it's a strong plastic. The autofocus is very smooth, and you can just feel where it stops and then won't go no more. And that's your infinity. You've got your focus window on there as well. So let's put it on and give it a go. Okay guys, I'm here at Martin Shaw Wood, and I'm going to go and give this macro photography a bit of a trial, see how it goes. The reason why I haven't really got any photographs of the after the unboxing was because I noticed that there was some sort of halo showing up on the photographs, you know, when I looked on the display at the back. And so I went back the next day to Wex and showed them, and they were like, what's going off here? Like I was well surprised. So they pulled the display one off out the cabinet, and I tried that one, and that one was the same. So I'm starting to think, hang on, is it the 5D that's broke? Is there something wrong with it? So she went back to the warehouse and got me another one. We tried that. We tried them on the two lenses, the one I purchased and the one in the display cabinet on their 5D, and it was there but not as bad. So they got a third one out the warehouse. I put that on and it was fine. It was perfect. So that sort of took up the time. I didn't want to show the negative images, so when I got home I put them on the computer and the thumbnails was coming up exactly the same. But then when I enlarged the photograph, it was gone. I'll show you. Take a look. So in this image here, guys, you can see this ring that sits around the image. Now, when I viewed the image on 5D Mark III, this is exactly what I've seen. Knowing straight away it's not right, and I was taking a few different images, and you could see I took one of my watch, took one of my phone, and you could see it in the darker sections. In the lighter sections, obviously you could not see it. But I was in Norwich, I stayed at a hotel there, and I had no way of viewing the image on a computer or anything other than the LCD. So of course I took it straight back. So watch this, look. It's gone. It's gone. It's not there. So let's open it in Photoshop. Gone. Nothing. Yeah, on the LCD it's clear to see like it is on that thumbnail. So thanks to Wex Photography for doing everything they did for me. I really appreciate it. Comments in the bottom please, guys. Thank you. So well, that's a bit strange. I couldn't get my head around it. So I've decided to come Martin Sherwood, and I hope you'll come on this journey with me, and we're going to see if we can go into this very strange and complicated miniature world of macro photography. Let's go and have a look, see how we fare. So in the bag I'm using the M3, and the reason why I'm using the M3 is because it's an APS-C sensor which is going to get me closer into the action, but also I've had to put the adapter ring onto the M3, then put the lens on, so the adapter in effect is working much like extension tubes. So realistically they're giving me a lot more reach. So come with me, let's give it a go. So here we are in Martin Sherwood, and it's always dark here, you know. So we might struggle a little bit. It's new to me, it's probably new to you, and but we'll try. We've got this really dark green canopy that's covering the woods, which obviously I expect this time of year, but we're looking for something different, a different style of photography. We're going to go deep and we're going to go low and we're going small. I just need to find something that's probably right looking at us, but I'm going to enjoy this. So knowing exactly where to look would help. I suppose on tree stumps, around the bottom of trees. I've just come across a load of acorns. I'm going to pick some up on the way back, take them home. So to the complete novice, I really don't know what I'm looking for. This log, what the camera's sitting on, looks so great. The grain in it and all these little pine needles that are on there look fantastic. What I've done is I've set up the ray flash along with the 580 EX2 just to give me that pop of light that I think I might need in these conditions. I'm glad I brought them along. So I'm shooting in manual mode and I've got an ISO of 200, I'm at f10 and a shutter speed of 1/100. Wow, the depth of field is literally nothing. Wow. It's crazy because I'm totally looking into a new world with all these small acorns around and the green moss. It's, you know, you've got a picture in your mind that you can shoot. So here you can see we've got this little mossed area and look at these little acorns. They should look great against this. So I am shooting at f11, 150 for a second, ISO 200. Wow, do you know, that looks crazy. Jeez. By the way, I'm shooting the flash in manual mode as well, and that was at 1/8 power. So I'm going to knock it down to 1/16. Try again. I'm shooting in manual focus, so what that obviously means is find my target, and just by, let me show you. Just by moving backwards and forwards, gives me what I want. So you see the M3's got focus peaking in it, which is absolutely brilliant for stuff like this. What that does is puts like a red glow around the edge, like the ready brek man. You know, when you have your ready brek, you're glowing because you're up for it. Well, that's what this does, and it tells you the parts that are in focus are the parts that are glowing, and the parts that are in focus. So the reason why I've decided to have a go at macro photography is because, well, the first thing is I've always been pretty amazed by it, and it's just another style of photography. With all the rain we've been having, I admit I have been really fed up that I've not been able to get out and shoot. And I think this could be a way of just developing my photography and thinking about, well, if I can't get out, I can at least be in the garden or in home and like setting up little things and just doing this sort of stuff. I just love to be shooting. That's the thing. It's not easy, but perseverance, and we'll get there. I know we will. So I found these little bugs that are sitting on these weed things, and could make for a good shot. Wish me luck. So it's a bug shot. So trying to photograph these little critters, it's very difficult. The slightest movement and everything's out of focus. You've got such a small depth of field, it's absolutely manic. Even at f10, which is what I'm shooting at now, it's just completely crazy. As you can see, them slight movements, and obviously I'm moving as well, it just makes it very difficult. So when you do get a shot, it's like, yes, but when you think you've got a shot, you're not going to know until you get home and check it out on the PC or the Mac. that was amazing. I just sat here and the world has just flew by. I must have been here for about 30 minutes, just photographing these little flies and bugs, and I don't know what they were. It's just a completely different world. And then when you stand up, you're like, Jesus, how big the world is. You just get so drawn in, it's crazy. I mean, and now I'm looking at little bugs on flowers and all sorts. Do you know what? I think I'm going to enjoy doing this sort of photography. Anything to get me out shooting, grabbing the cameras. It's great to get the M3 back out in use. And this camera is absolutely fantastic for this macro photography. Like I say, with the adapter and with the APS-C sensor, it's giving you that more reach, that more reach. So these next series of shots I'm about to show you were shot at f8 at 1/50th of a second at an ISO of 800. And you know what? I enjoyed doing that more with the ISO than I did with the flash. You know, maybe I could use the flash as just as a fill-in, and maybe to get some nice catch lights on the back of these critters. I think that could work out really well. But again, it's trial and error, so I'm going to have a look for another critter. I'm going to keep these settings, the high ISO, not be afraid of it. Although I know that one of the major tips in the photography of macro is to keep your ISO as low as possible, which it is in most photography, but with today's cameras like the 5D Mark III and the D4 from Nikon, you know, them ISOs, you can crank them babies right up. And I wouldn't be afraid to go 1000 ISO on this, on the M3. But I just love to keep my ISOs really clean. I don't know, trial and error, we'll keep trying. So if I had to sum up today's shoot using this combination, I think I'd have to say I'm a little bit disappointed in the M3. The reason is just because of its auto focus system with third-party lenses. Native lens is fine, third-party it struggles so much, but I knew this. And the experts, the macro photography experts, say it's always best to use that focus ring in manual and just hover backwards and forwards over the subject until you get it. So the pluses for me with the M3 were that focus peaking, that helped me so much. You know what I was saying about with the red line coming around the subject? Perfect, that. So you know when you've got your red line around it, bang, shoot, you get your picture. So yeah, I really enjoyed today's shoot. I can't wait to get home and check the pictures. If you enjoyed it too, give us a thumbs up down the bottom. Follow us up on the Facebook or the Instagram. Facebook's pretty cool. I like to try and get 2 or 3 images up there a day, and you'll get first-hand notice of any new films or vlogs that go up on the YouTube channel. And of course, more important, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's great, I love it. I love the fact that you guys want to come on these journeys with me, because I started this channel out just wanting to document my photography adventures, and just for somewhere for the family and friends to go up and have a look at, see the crazy stunts that I do. So thanks for coming along and enjoying the journey as much as I do. And there's just one more thing to do. You know what it is, and you know you want to do it. Get out and shoot. Cheers, I'll see you soon.